So before we begin, let's just start with a little check-in. Okay, so get comfortable, close your eyes. And I just want you to check in right now on how your body feels. And we categorize how we feel into 3 different qualities, the 3 gunas. The 3 gunas are tamas. It's a heavy, inert, downward pushing or pulling feeling. It has that quality of inertia, and it's likened to a water buffalo in the midday sun. The next guna is called rajas. So a rajasic state would be a very highly distracted, highly agitated state of being, super active, like a drunken monkey swinging between the treetops. And the third guna has a sattvic quality. So sattva means calm, clear, so that our internal brilliance can shine. Okay, and our internal brilliance is 1,000 times brighter than the sun. So when we feel sattvic, we feel very clear and focused, calm, and not easily distracted at all. We can really hold our focus quite easily. So check in on how your mind feels right now in terms of these 3 qualities. And it's quite possible that it could be oscillating between 2 of them. Be honest with yourself. It's not about what you would prefer to be. It's how you're feeling right now. Because we'll check in again at the end of this session and see the effect that the practice has had. And that's how you really gauge the effectiveness of any practice. Cause and effect. Okay, good. So let's come back into this space.
So take yourself down onto the floor. If you're going to stay in the chair, just get in a really nice, comfortable space, okay? And so we're just going to work with the seed sounds, because the sound is a thing, okay? The base, so we're going to do a movement for each one of these spaces so you can sense it. And we're going to bring in that bhavana, that intention that at that time, I'm connecting to the earth of me. All right, so Baxter, if you'd like to lay down on the floor. You can have your knees bent. And everyone else, if you're wanting to do the same, we may be able to send a PDF of this out afterwards, so you can always do it then too. But just resting on the floor. And maybe you've been instructed before, but take that moment to just feel how you are. So if you're seated, just take your awareness inwards. How do I feel? How is my body feeling? Is my breath smooth and easy? And where is my mind at? And then the number one thing, okay? The number one in yoga, kindness. So whatever your mind says, don't judge it. Just be okay. Oh yeah, that's what my mind says today. And take a nice long breath. And as you breathe out, take your attention all the way down to the base of the spine, the base of your torso. You can do this seated as well. And we're just going to be repeating lum, lum, lum. We're going to do that every time we breathe out. Okay. So place your hands just around the pubic bone, both here, and take your mind deep down into that beautiful pelvic girdle, right down at the base, and think about earth. Okay, just let's create a bhavana here. Think about earth. Think of something that makes you feel full and rich. Maybe it's a garden, maybe it's the forest, maybe it's the rich soil, whatever it is, see it. This sustains you, okay? And now just take an inhale. And as you breathe out, chant as many as you want. Lum, 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 lum. And do 2 more breaths here where you breathe in and then you breathe out and chant as many lums as you want. And feel the earth, feel the floor. And completing one last one. And now bring the knees together and the feet together. Place the hands up a little bit more higher. So the soft belly between the navel and the pubic bone. We can do the same seated. And the movement, I'm just going to speak you through so you know. On the inhale, you're going to be stretching the arms overhead. You can have your hands clasped, or you can have them out and open them out onto the shoulder height, whatever's right for you. And then the exhale breath is where you chant. You're going to come back to that space. Okay, so beginning again with the hands on the lower belly, on the lower, Start here, knees together. Start with knees together, hands on the lower belly. And I want you to picture the element of water. If your mind was water, is it like, or is it clear and lake-like? Let's bring that intention, that I have the ability for my mind to be clear and lake-like crystal. Okay. The sound is VUM. So on the inhale now, open your arms overhead, let your knees separate, and chant as many VUMs as you breathe out, as you bring your hands back onto the lower belly and your knees back together. VUM, 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 VUM. And do 2 more. On the inhale, open the body. Visualize that water. This sense of I now is clear, and you can direct your attention wherever you want, and it can be clear and correct. And that's going to support your actions. VUM. 1 more inhale, chant VUM on your exhale. And pausing there. And now keeping the knees together and the feet flat on the floor. Open the arms out at shoulder height. We're going to move into a gentle twist. So you can do it on a chair. You can just twist around. We're going to have our attention on the navel space, okay? And we're going to connect to that element of fire, energy, okay? And just assess for a moment, is your fire dull, or is your fire ravishing, like, or is it providing you light, fuel, energy, and warmth? Okay, so hold that quality. Maybe you see it as a beautiful sun. And so here, move into the twist. As you breathe out, chant rum, as many rums as you want. Breathing out, rum, 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 rum. And on the inhale, come back to center. Hold that flame. And on the exhale, if you're in a chair, just twist to the other way. The arms can be lowered if you want, and just twist and chant rum. When you untwist, untwist with an inhale. And chant rum. And then lower the arms, pause. Earth, water, fire. Just take a small rest and then bring your mind's attention to the heart space. Okay. This is the space here links with air, like prana, okay, life force. That unstruck sound is something that is continuous, no beginning, no end, limitless. So at this level of you, limitless, okay, maybe the body goes on, dies and goes on, but at this level, we are continuous. Okay, and here is a sensation of joy and bliss. Okay, so think of a beautiful landscape that fills you with prana, Maybe it's ocean, maybe it's mountain. Just picture that. And that's filling your chest. And then on your inhale, you're going to be taking your arms overhead and you're going to lift the chest and your hips up away from the floor. And as you lower down, you're going to hear the sound yum, 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 yum. If you're in a chair, you can simply just lift the chin, open, drop the shoulders, lift the chin, just a gentle arch, and chant as you soften, as you lower the chin, lower the shoulders, relax the belly. In a chair, have that sensation of opening your chest. You can add arm movements and hearing yum, 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 yum. So one last one. Feel the air, the life force in you. Briefly pause. And then roll over onto your belly. Have your knees and hips, knees and feet about hip width apart. Rest down on your forehead. Have your two hands just tucked in under your shoulders. So yeah, beautiful, Baxter, thank you. And all we're going to be doing here is we're just going to be lifting up on the inhale, lifting the head and chest. We're not going to force into the lower back. We're just going to inhale, lift gently. We're going to hear the sound hum. As you lower, turn and rest on one cheek. Okay. So hear the element of space. I want you to focus on the space of the throat. Okay. When you inhale, center the head, come up and chant hum as you lower. Hum, 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 hum. I want you to connect to speech. Hum, 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 hum. And picture speaking exactly the words that you wish with freedom. Words that are in your heart, okay? They just come freely. And doing one more time to each side. And we're hearing hum, 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 hum. Pause briefly and then peel away from the floor, taking the hips all the way back to the buttocks. And just rest there for a moment in like a childlike position, arms long behind. Keep the mind inwards, just observing that trail, that energy, that prana that's riding upon every one of your breaths. It's supporting every system through these beautiful channels of light, if we want, more subtler than the nervous system. And it's radiating out and propelling and being shown in our actions in our life. And now here, we're going to focus on the space between the eyebrows. Okay, if your eyes are closed, just gently focus on the inky black, the ever-changing shape. And here is where there's a divine connection, okay, when one is settled truly, deeply in their true essence. And that's all they follow. They're just following that inner deep voice, that they're not swayed, okay? They follow what's from the heart. It comes out in their words and then it just flows. So focusing on that space. On your inhale, come up onto the hands and knees, look gently forward. And as you breathe out, take the hips back and chant Om as many times as you want. And do this 2 more times. Om, 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 Om. And as you chant the Om, let it take you in and into your essence, to your divine Deva nature, and that you have the ability to act from here with such great wisdom, and you have the strength to follow that. Let the energy come from that fire. Om, 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 om. And one last one. Om, 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 om. And if you are laying on the floor, or you've been following on the floor, maybe you want to lay down or come to a seated position. We would normally follow with pranayama, but maybe that's something Baxter can teach those. But I'm just wary of the time. Oh, we're going pretty good. We're going good. Okay, so stay here. Become just seated and relaxed. Or if you're on the floor and you want to lay down, just stay laying down. Okay. So we can do a pranayama where we can place our hands, our ring finger and our thumb. Okay, we place it at the bridge of the nostrils, and we use our thumb and our ring finger to close off one nostril. Okay. And we're just going to do one breath in each, where we're going to inhale through the left. We're going to visualize that moving all the way down in the body. And then we're going to breathe out. We're going to relax the fingers and just breathe out through both. Okay. And then you're going to breathe in through the right. You're going to relax the fingers on the bridge of the nose, and you're going to breathe out through the left. And every time you breathe out, I just want you to connect to the sound Om. You can do this mentally. Okay. We're just going to do a few rounds to demonstrate. So starting with the fingers on the bridge of the nose, cover the right nostril and breathe in through your left. Pause that breath, release the fingers and breathe out through both, hearing Om. Breathe in through right nostril. Pause, hold it, feel your life, and then breathe out and mentally chant Om. Let that take you all the way in, all the way in. Come to the end of that breath and repeat. So now we're breathing in through the left. Pause the breath, feel your life. And then breathe out through both and mentally hear Om. And then we come to the right nostril, breathe in through your right. Hold the breath briefly, feel it. And now breathe out. Follow the subtle sensations of your essence as you connect to Om. And one last one. Doing it in your own time, where you one on the left, out the both. Om. And on the other side. Om. And then just stay. I want you to picture a beautiful scene. In that scene is earth. Feel your bones, your muscles, all that is earthy in you. And in this landscape is a beautiful clear lake or ocean. That element of water is in you. It reflects in every one of the fluid that in your body, that it also talks and moves prana from mind to every other part of your body. So what you think, you become. What you think, you take into the body. You can imagine a water clear, or you can imagine water that is impure, not clear. But in your landscape here and now, it is pure crystal. And in that landscape arises the sun, and places a glow of warmth, and it shines light on your own inner nature, okay? That which you are. And it shines through the noise, the obstacles. It keeps the water clear in you. And then in this scenery in your mind, the air is pure. Okay, it's light, it's crisp. And observe your breath as if you're breathing in that air. And that air is you. The earth is you. The water is you. The fire is you. The air is you. And then also in this image is the endless sky. And we may look into the sky and think there's an emptiness, but it is full. There is fullness. It's infinite. It has no end. And so we are every one of those. They are in us. And then we want to bring that into our life by having that intention, that bhavana, being clear on what you want your life to look like. What do you want to create? You are a goddess. You are a deva. Celebrate yourself. Imagine yourself covered in jewels, whatever it is, but see that in yourself. And when you come from there, then outwardly you can act from there. You can follow that, but you must remind yourself. Have your own reminder, whether it's a word. But pause now for a moment and hear your word. What sound, what word do you want to attune to the moment you open your eyes? What sound, what word, what visual picture do you want to hold on to you as you go about and create your day? And as you create many days, as you create your year. And then take a beautiful breath in and come back. I welcome you all back, you beautiful goddesses. We've just got rid of all those Asuryas. Welcome back.
Beautiful. And while we're here, just stay in that space. I want you to check in again and see how it feels for the mind now. So just closing your eyes once again. And coming back to those three qualities, those three gunas. Is it feeling heavy and inert? Is it feeling rajasic? Is it feeling highly agitated, distracted? Or is the mind feeling calm and clear? Has it changed since we first checked in the very beginning of this practice, of this session? Has there been a shift? And that will reflect the effect of this practice.